Life is so busy. If you blink, you can miss something amazing. It's important to take a moment and enjoy what we have and the people around us. I'm Mo Hagan, Chief Operating Officer for CanFit Pro, and welcome to A Moment with Mo, a podcast where I will welcome some incredible guests to talk fitness and nutrition, mindset and self-empowerment, setting our goals into action, and much, much more. Now let's get chatting. Hello and welcome to A Moment with Mo. This is the space for meaningful conversations with leaders who move people to greatness. I'm your host, Mo Hagan, and it has been my life's purpose and a good long journey where I've helped create momentum, really is to inspire positive change in the world. And this podcast is just one of the many ways that I can help inspire you and everyone else to make that happen. And, it's also a space, and this is what I love best about this episode, is that we get to share stories that do remind us what it means to lead with passion, with courage, and with connection. And really, it's to help keep us all moving forward in the direction of our true greatness. And that while that path is powerful, sometimes it can get tough. So when we can connect with like-minded leaders, have insightful, honest, candid conversations, it really does lend insights that really help spark us and keep us moving. Or as they've said most recently, keep us swinging. All right, well, speaking of courage, sometimes the most powerful connections happen in the most unexpected places, even in a bathroom at a fitness convention. And that was where I was reminded of the moment when I met today's guest, Kelsey Vickers. Kelsey is the co-founder of Fit+Fierce. Kelsey had just listened to David Patchell-Evans, co-founder of CanFit Pro. He was speaking at one of our global conventions, and Kelsey was so inspired, she decided to go up and introduce herself, which is what all great leaders do. And when Patch told her, "You need to speak to Mo Hagan," she didn't hesitate. Just moments later, there she was, bravely introducing herself to me in the ladies' washroom, sharing her dream to empower young girls to be confident, courageous, and connected. And that bold moment of courage is not only a lesson for us all, but it is really just a reminder that you got to take chances. And then to stay in the game and to get to that world champion moment, you have to believe in what you are doing, believe in what you're building, and just keep on pursuing and persevering, and always know that it's just the beginning of something incredible yet to come. So this is a story of perseverance, teamwork, and mentorship. And I think it perfectly captures what leadership means. It's all about taking action. So let me tell you a little bit more of Kelsey, and then also our second guest today. So Kelsey is a CanFit Pro certified personal trainer and group fitness instructor with over 15 years of experience. And she's using her voice and vision to help the next generation of girls rise stronger in mind, body, and soul. And Kelsey is joined today by her business partner and CEO of Fit+Fierce, Julia Kinsella. Julia is a business graduate, former banking professional who turned her focus to family, entrepreneurship, and personal growth. After raising her 3 children and supporting her husband's ventures, Julia decided her passion for health, wellness, and empowering others would set her in motion on a new journey. Together, Kelsey and Julia are leading Fit+Fierce, an award-winning program inspiring girls to build confidence, resilience, and self-worth. Kelsey, Julia, I'm so thrilled to have you both on today's episode. So welcome to A Moment with Mo.
Hello. Thank you so much for having us.
Well, it is so wonderful to continue our conversation. And just like it was in the women's washroom at a global fitness convention, we also had a conversation not long ago while I was driving, and I was so inspired that I actually missed my turn off on the Highway 401 and took a lovely detour through a town I had not been in since I was a kid. And so again, when you connect with people and have inspiring conversations, you never know where those conversations will take you, literally.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we're so happy to be here and share our story. That's excellent.
Wow.
And it was a little stocky to grab you in the bathroom, but I had to take my chance.
And that's what we do. And you know what? Honestly, I could tell you, and I think I have, first of all, how good for you, high five, because that's when opportunities, you never know who you meet
Right?
in those places. And I have done more significant deals as far as business opportunities that happen from meeting women in the washroom. So you're not the
Exactly.
first, but you're one of the most memorable. I can say that.
Excellent.
And Julia, we didn't get to meet in a bathroom, but we did get to meet online. And it was wonderful to hear your journey as well and just your belief personally, having experienced the benefits of Fit and Fierce with your daughter. So I do want to start. We have so many things we can talk about today, but I'm going to narrow them down to three really amazing, impactful areas. But let's just start. For those who may not know or are new to your story, ladies, I want to ask you to begin with telling us about Fit and Fierce, what it's all about, what inspired you to create a movement that empowers girls to be confident, courageous, and connected, and bring us to where your business is at today.
Absolutely. Well, as it all started, we really wanted to just build a space for girls to find community and mentorship and just really have a safe space where they could connect with other girls and then develop skills that will like help them emotionally, physically, and just really help them navigate adolescence because it's tricky. So that's really where it came from. Um, how our program works, it's an annual program. It is personal development where the girls gain skills in fitness, mindset, and nutrition. So they come for the entire year supported all year long as they're going to school. They're learning how to work out and how to build emotionally intelligent skills that just really, like I said, help them navigate all the challenges that they're going to face and just really kind of give them that skill set where they have conflict issues with friends, they know how to deal with it, or they are just resilient and they're pushing through all the challenges that happen at school. So really that's kind of how it started. And that's where we are. And we're ready to scale and take over the world, take over
Oh,
Canada.
love it. We're all about scaling in business today because everything's moving so
Absolutely.
quickly. So, Julia, tell us more and really what brought you to Fit and Fierce. There's a real story there.
Yeah, so we have it's multifaceted, and thank you so much, Mo. Your energy and your service
Mhm.
to women and men in the business world, like just you're super inspirational. So I'm grateful to be here. But my journey started years ago. Kelsey actually was my personal trainer for over a decade, but I have a 19-year-old daughter now. But when she was in grade 5 or 6, I think she joined Fit and Fierce. And I had also been doing all of the personal development work myself. And her, Kelsey's existing partner at the time, who was the founder, Danielle, and Kelsey, I always said when I talked to other parents, because I was a Fit and Fierce mom for at least 7 years, I always said it's like having a personal trainer and a fitness instructor all rolled up into one. So how could you go wrong with having that once a month, 2.5 hours? And Caitlin, she, maybe would like balk at going, but when she would come out, her energy and the feeling that she had and the enthusiasm, and I needed those women at that point. So fast forward years later, she's by herself. Her bravery and passion, Kelsey's bravery and passion now to scale this to be like a new age Girl Guides of Canada in the year 2025.
Woo!
Her grit is and her work ethic, bar none. So I would business talk with her from my past experience, and my husband's like, maybe you should be partners with her. So that's 2.5 years ago. That's how it all kind of came. She's personal training me. I'm kind of business coaching her at the same summer that you had met her, her being brave to come and meet you and see how we can all bring awareness to this great program, because it's run thousands of girls through this in the past 14 years.
Oh, wow. That is so inspiring. And, it's amazing. This is a great example, once again, of the power of connection, and so it's about showing up, being in those spaces and having those incredible experiences that then inspire, spark. and lead to what is possible. And sometimes we do not know, um, we do not know what miracle will present until that day that we choose to not only get up, get out of bed, but step into the world in our authentic, sometimes not perfect selves, but also just believe that this is the day that, the next step towards that ultimate goal will present itself, and or you present, that conversation to others. So again, congratulations. What incredible mentors that you've both been. And again, just, oh, it's so rewarding when you must feel so proud when you think about the impact you've had. And even we always say, if you could just change one person's life or experience, you'd feel like your purpose has been, realized. But thousands of young girls who are now adults today and participating in your program. And what do you call them when they're back working in the program? And
Yeah, so we have mentors who are girls that are going through the program, and then they come back and they help lead the class with the coaches. And that's just such a great leadership experience for them. And just like they're developing all of these new skills too. So they are just we have this amazing group. We call them our unicorns because they are just these incredible young ladies. And then we have our coaches who have also been through the program and are just these amazing women who want to inspire other girls and just kind of build this culture that girls support girls, and we're here to inspire each other and lose the idea that we're always supposed to be competing, and just that we're here to connect, we're here to be together and build each other up. And that's at the heart of Fit and Fierce is just fierce is a feeling. And when we come together as other girls and women, what we create is so powerful.
Wonderful. And I know that you have a big vision for what's next, and we'll wrap up today's show with that big vision and that invitation to those that are viewing and listening, because there is so much opportunity coming here in Canada that you want to hear about regarding Fit and Fierce. I want to jump in and reference one of my favorite authors, ladies, because when we talk, it's about sharing insights, leadership lessons. And what some of the best leadership lessons I've received is not only reading Hal Elrod's books, but also being privileged to meet him and to hear him speak on a number of occasions. Hal Elrod is known for the Miracle Morning series of books and the Miracle Equation. He has a mantra, and his story after story really brings this mantra to life. Can't change that. Choose your response. And every time he faced obstacles and rejection and failure and health challenges, he said, can't change that. Choose your response. And that mindset is a powerful reminder that resilience isn't about avoiding challenges or failures. It's all about how we choose to respond to them. As entrepreneurs and leaders, how have you both learned how to apply that mindset when things don't go as planned, whether that's in business, leadership, or life?
Wow, that's a loaded question. It is. That's a big question because life is full of challenge, as is business. I think personally, and I have learned all the things that we teach the girls at Fit and Fierce are things that I work on personally. They are skills that I've developed even teaching the program and building it. But it is the ability to move through discomfort and fear and just be okay with that, knowing that things could be messy. It could turn out, it could be amazing. It could absolutely bomb, but you just have to take that step. And I think just having that courage just to take that step forward and really have that self-talk and that dialogue within yourself that you are here to support yourself too. You're your own cheerleader. I know that we have sometimes we have that little gremlin on our shoulder, and we have, that person who's like our coach and our cheerleader. And it's just, I think, taking that choice to listen to the coach and believe in yourself and go for it, win, loss, or draw.
Love it. Thank you for bringing up the gremlin on your shoulder. I'm going to share something I learned recently by a fellow Canadian and world-renowned motivational speaker, James, the Iron Cowboy, Lawrence. But over to you, Julia. How would you like to contribute to this question?
Well, the resilience part, I always say I'm from Nova Scotia, so I always say I've adjusted my sales lots over the past few decades, but raising kids, I feel like might have been the most challenging. So if we bring it back to Fit and Fierce, really being vulnerable and relying on your community, relying on other mentors other than yourself, because I thought I had it all together. I was doing the work myself. Just like Kelsey said, we all do the work and it's progress over perfection. But when you have a young one that struggles, sometimes you need that community. So, offering that space for other women or, moms or dads for their girls right now is adjusting the sales. So I love that. I
Adjust
love
the
the space
sales.
I'm in, and I get to have great conversations like this. It fills my cup because I know that the community and the mentorship that we're offering these small communities, and again, we're footed here because we're in our 15th year. It just helps you adjust the sales because we need to know that we're not alone and we can find community. And this is a space that we're offering and we're building.
Love it. As soon as you said that, adjusting your sales and then surround yourself with people, especially that can lift you up on those days that we need that. It kind of helps keep the wind in your sails too, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I wanted to add to that, if I may. You brought up the idea of that gremlin, that voice on your shoulder and your mind that says you can't, you're not good enough, smart enough, business enough, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Recently, I heard the Iron Cowboy speak. He's so famous for his incredible journey to not only break the World Guinness record, which was just, doing more than 20 Ironmans in 20 days. He thought he'd do 30, was challenged with how he completed his 30th Ironman in 30 days. So he decided he would go back and do 100 in 100 days. His story is fascinating. But one of his most powerful messages I'll share here is that he said, if you are not met by that gremlin or that bully, because for him it was the bully in his mind, you are not challenging yourself enough.
Oh, I love that.
Was an interesting way to turn that sort of thought process and make it a, kind of pivot with it. So I thought that helps any of you this week alone, since I returned where I heard him speak. I've been kind of okay with the challenge of that voice in my head. It's really helped me to step out of my comfort zone. Not that I liked it in the moment, but the results have really been, exciting. So maybe some of you will rethink that gremlin and or just acknowledge it for sharing information and simply saying thank you. Next.
Yeah, and that's where growth happens.
Yes, exactly. That's where growth happens. And so with that, I think it's a great segue onto our next section. And I'm wearing blue for a reason. It's not only my power color, but being Canadian these days and coming off the World Series, we just witnessed some incredible lessons in perseverance, teamwork. And I wanted to sort of, really bring us back to just the moments of grit and beyond the challenges, the belief and the unity that really made the difference. And while the outcome may not have been winning for us here in Canada with the Blue Jays, I think we won beyond our wildest expectations for this whole series, because it really showed us all as humans the power of connection. Oh my gosh, like just the fan base alone.
Amazing.
Oh gosh. And you two, Alberta, me in Ontario, it's like we are still cheering as loud. I think I probably heard you, especially when I was in Utah. I met so many Albertans and I didn't realize how big Blue Jays is a Canadian team, not just a Toronto team. Anyways, it's all about just what you do when the odds are against you. And I'd like to ask, what advice would you give other leaders who might be in a tough season, working hard, feeling tired, wondering if they should keep swinging, keep pursuing, keep grinding? What would your advice to be? And, this, I think, is a powerful moment in the episode for the best nuggets. So take it away.
Well, for me personally, I feel if we aren't swinging, we aren't trying. Like when we have class, our whole program is built on developing confidence. And I always tell the girls, like, how do you build confidence? Do you like jump out of your mom's womb and be like, hey, I'm confident. Like, I've got this, I'm resilient, right? No. And I say, like, how do you build it? And it is built through trying. And that's, you've got to keep swinging, because you are, no matter what, you are taking a step forward if you're swinging. And when you constantly are able to like bring yourself back and remind yourself of your purpose, you pick up that bat again. And that just I think it feels natural.
Woo! Love it.
That was awesome. Progress over perfection over here. I mean, if we want to refer back to the Blue Jays, that collective effervescence, like that energy that, you know, when someone hits it out of the park, just being the team and then putting the jacket on and then going through like their whole team and the pat on the back. Again, it's community, and sometimes community turns into family. And that's where you build that feeling of confidence and being okay with your own uniqueness and who you are.
Wow. If I had a mic in my hand, I'd drop it twice for both of those. Boom. That was incredible. And I'm glad we recorded this so we can hear it back and hear it again. Thank you so much. Let's pivot now to Fit+Fierce. It's not just a business, it's a movement. And you've built a community that lifts young girls and women to find their voice, their confidence, their courage. You have won awards for this. Kelsey, you received a finalist recognition for the Sharon Mann Inspiration Award for the work that you've done that emulates everything that Sharon Mann stood for personally and with her journey in the fitness industry and the career and businesses that she built over the decades that she was part of the fitness industry. I just, it's really a time in our lives in the world where we do often, celebrate individual success, but your story, your community, what Sharon did, what you have both done is really a reminder that we rise higher together. And there's certainly the saying of, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. But I also feel we go higher when we go together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How has community really shaped your leadership? And how can we as leaders also create spaces for others to also thrive? What's your experience? What advice would you give?
Oh, wow. I mean, Fit+Fierce is about that community. We had a session last night, and I got some video because we were doing some filming, and you see this, there's like 30 girls in the class, and they're all just connected, and you could feel the energy, and they're sharing, and they're just providing that space for each other where they're all speaking the same language, they're learning skills, they're growing together. And I feel like community for young girls is so important. And that might look different for each girl. Like you have girls who are in sport and they're sporty spices, and then you have girls who are not in sport, but when they have community, it brings them together and it bridges that gap.
And that's a very, very important message for all of us. Yeah, no matter our age, it is so important. Julia?
Well, for me, I mean, 2.5 years ago when I came in as a Fit+Fierce mom, where I'm like, every woman should have their daughter in this. It's a no-brainer, because it helped me and it supported myself and my daughter in those years that she needed it. But my cup has been so full just of inspiring women that now are coming to the plate with they're already mentoring in the communities. So this curriculum that Kelsey has, tested and won awards for over the past 15 years, there's so many great women out there ready to mentor these young girls. Just like Kelsey's saying, we have many unicorns here locally, but the conversations that we get to have of women waiting to be a Fit+Fierce coach is inspiring to me. it almost has become more, I say to Kelsey every day, like, I thought I was bringing a team to scale for you, or even the finances, but really it's now more of a passion-led project for me with Kelsey, because I feel the obligation that every girl needs this in every community.
Wow.
That's
And
so true.
oh, so true. And a perfect segue, as I know those viewing and listening to this episode here with myself and Kelsey and Julia with Fit and Fierce will want to know how they too can experience this, support you, and join you. So, as you look ahead to 2026, what is your big mission or goal for Fit and Fierce, and what is it that's keeping you passionate on this pursuit, and what are you looking for out in the community that will support you and Fit and Fierce as you really ramp up your business?
Absolutely. Well, I will start, and we are looking for passionate women. The ladies that we have now, they are just so inspired to lift the next generation up. It really is about mentorship. And I feel like mentorship is so incredibly powerful. It can change the trajectory of someone's life. And it had changed my life. I had some amazing mentors, and I feel like if I didn't have that mentorship, I wouldn't be here right now. Like my path would have taken, a different turn. So I know how powerful it is. And I want women who, maybe from their own lives, their own stories, where they, like for myself, I was never a sporty spice, but I still, I realize now how important it is to have someone lead you to things like Fit and Fierce, where you are going to learn how to, do your basic workout, how to like feel confident in your own body. So I feel our absolute goal is to grow across Canada and beyond. So if there is a woman out there that this speaks to them, where they want to help inspire girls through fitness, mindset, nutrition, just to help them grow as a girl and into a young woman, then you contact us. This is what we're looking for. We want to move across all of the provinces. So
Great.
contact us on our site.
Yes, fitfierce.com. And Julia, you put it out there. So I'm going to ask you to repeat again. What is your mission to be what by when?
So
90
again,
days.
we want to be as big as the New Age Girl Guides. I grew up a Brownie Girl Guide Pathfinder, and that was a bold and big community that supported all facets. So, I mean, higher level, we are Good Life is our host for 12 and up. So we're always looking to build relationships with unique boutique gyms potentially, or even spaces. I mean, we've had it in schools, and I mean, it started in Kelsey's big, double attached garage like 15 years ago. But we're always looking for spaces to host, and you do have to be a fitness certified through like CanFit Pro, so you have to have that certification. But by 2030, like we're 2025 right now, I mean, there's 90,000 girl guides, there's hundreds of thousands of hockey players, and again, we know that 5% of the people or the kids stay in sport. So again, right now we're all girls, grade 3 through 12, but we will parallel again and run the same. We know we have the demand for the boys as well. We'd have to maybe rename it a little something, and work with some fierce men that are passionate about the men and raising fine, fierce young men. But yeah, that's our goal right now, and we're headed there with the awareness, and especially speaking with motivational, connected people like you, Mo, in this industry. And we super appreciate your time.
Wow. Well, I can't wait to see where this will go. I'm very happy to be a conduit to put the message out there and the call to action. And for those who are listening to this episode, I know there's many, many of you. Please share the episode, because you just do not know who is out there that is looking for a mission and a purpose to have that connection with their community, and they can join Fit and Fierce. So that is where we are going to wrap things up. Before I do, I want to say, first of all, thank you so much for joining me. It was just a great way to continue our conversation. Being somewhat selfish. I love doing these episodes because I learn as much as my listeners and community, but I feel like it's just a connection from where we left off. And for those who know Mo, I tend to like to stay connected to my friends in the community as I drive. So I drive a few times a month where I love it when people say, Mo, can we chat? And then I say, yeah, catch me on a Wednesday, second week of every month, and you can drive me home. So,
I love it.
and this is what
Love
happened to
that.
bring us together today. So until next time and the next opportunity, I just want to say thank you because you really have filled my cup today with inspiration and knowledge. I want to say that, a moment with Mo is really a permission slip. This episode, this learning is a permission slip for you to hear these powerful stories and then shape your own and step into that courageous next step, whatever that might be. And as said by Julia and Kelsey, it takes bold steps. It's not going to be easy, but it's so rewarding. And by you just showing up and being your authentic self, putting your mission forward, you said leading with purpose. And of course, passion is always the underneath the thread that weaves through our mission and purpose. Leadership, like life, it really is not avoiding the failures. It's actually about the experiences and the perseverance and the, meeting that gremlin and that bully that talks us out of things that really challenge us. And it's so rewarding on the other side of challenge. So I'm going to encourage all of you as we sign off today to keep moving, moving with purpose, moving with passion, and getting behind the plate, as you said, Julia, because, one thing, and I'm a bit of a biomechanics nerd, one thing about swinging a bat, it translates strength and force to create power. And that's what will help step you forward. So let's all keep moving with that purpose, passion, and power. Thank you very much, Kelsey, Julia.
Thank you
And
so much.
we will share this with all of those out in the community, and they will do the same.
I
Thank
appreciate
now.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.